O'Sullivan going to ultimately keep his side of the bargain?
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5th.
Well, there's your answer. Not for now. Wow.
Well,
generally speaking, with the state of his game right now, and indeed the state of his third tip of the tournament, he wouldn't have been as frustrated by that little break in play. Anyway, he needs 1. Ding Junhui needs 3 on the bounce. Li Hang, I should say, awaiting the winner after his shock victory earlier over Judd Trump. What a battle that proved to be. But what a great win for Li. Yet another final frame deciding victory for him. 5 matches. And of course, to do it all over again tomorrow against one of these two players, it's not going to get any easier for the Chinese, but it was a really dogged.
Absolutely dead straight as well. This would be a real test of his cueing.
1.
Oh, that's great, isn't it? Especially from right underneath the cushion rail. Look at that.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
Not an easy shot. He's missed a few to that bottom jaw.
I guess the last 2 shots at O'Sullivan's tournament in microcosm, a terrific long red, but then missing the black. Yes, it wasn't easy because he was queuing from tight to the rail, but Ding's got a lot to do to make that happen. But back in here. Struggling a bit. Can happen, of course. One player drags the other down a bit. Becomes a bit of a downward spiral. Equally, if one suddenly hits the heights, the other.
That is true, Philip, but the great players I've seen set their own standards. I think the eras of Davis and Hendry, it was all about their standards, and it didn't matter what the other person was doing. So if he is being dragged down, something he's got to. He's got to play Ronnie when he's playing well. More chance when he's playing bad.
O'Donnell in between, he beat Andy Hicks 4-2. As I mentioned, he had to come from 2 down with 3 to play to beat Jamie O'Neill, but to do it against O'Sullivan.
I don't think that Ding has given up the ghost here at all. I think he's still trying his best to win, you know. No one's ever played as well against him as Ding. He just scored every frame. Frame-winning breaks all the way through. But he's stringing the performances together he's finding difficult at the moment.
Well, in that tournament at the end of it, beating Stephen Maguire, who also played well in the final, was the victory over O'Sullivan a couple of rounds previously, which I think gave him that added bit of confidence that had been lacking.
Quite good.
Apparently is not playable when it's dead straight without getting the double kiss. Frames of that final, I think he missed 5 live balls. Seen anything approaching that level of consistency this week so far. yet he's still bearing down on another semi-final. And that's another mistake from Ding.
The other side of the shot, wasn't it? Cue ball was never going anywhere any good. Now he might be forced into a long blue, and he has been knocking these in. It was the kind of shot when he first turned professional. He was just rescuing breaks so much time, so many times with these. Oh, there you go, he's missed it by a mile. I've never seen him miss one of those by as far as that. He's all over the place, you know. He might be 4-2 up, but he's all over the place, O'Sullivan. Look at that.
1.
Playing from memory.
Five.
If it was to pot, he would clear the black, I guess. Black's going to have to go on its spot. She's going to tie the reds up otherwise. So you cannon them here. Tie.
13. $21.
For all that he's struggling as well, in a row here to get the black spot free when it looked impossible to get it free. Yet he made a delightful 135 break earlier in this match. About all he has done.
29. $33. $37.
Nice. Now here's an angle into play. When he's right, this would be a typical Ding shot. This nearly missed the pot. I think that's why he didn't get the cannon.
Junhui, 44.
Crave's not won, but he's gone quite a long way to winning it. Open. Ding will be grateful that the blue and red are locked out. Found a little close together if he was at any point on the brink of clearing up.
8. $60.
Now what's the plan here for the red and the blue close together?
$24.
You're thinking about just dropping him behind. I think I might.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 24.
Playing some games there.
Foul and a miss.
He could play the snooker behind blue again. I can't see what's wrong with the snooker that he had him in. It's one of these blue are wedged. I don't see how he can play off that cushion. Straight into the cushion.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4. Free ball.
He's got him behind the pink.
What a crazy game snooker is sometimes.
Foul.
Balls are flying around all over the
Junhui.
place.
.22 Ding's lead with 35 left. Unbelievable.
What is going on?
Like watching Groundhog Day. Without the humour.
Goodness me. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Ronnie,
Tony, well, maybe can he get through to it?
they can't bot it, don't think.
Just a red and a high value colour away from O'Sullivan needing a snooker.
Now what? Snooker behind the black, you'd think, but sure, anything could happen here. Made some.
More ticker tape falls down from the sky. Neither player look in the mood to celebrate at the moment.
One.
And that should do it. The black.
Ten. 13.
Odd
Seven.
things happened in that frame. 44 is what it was, but
22.
all the other stuff was mind-blowing at times. The
28.
snookers they gave to each other.
So Ding still very much in
35
this match.
point.
Ronnie O'Sullivan
Ding.
still playing well below par in a decider. Can Ding force a decider here now? Know that the other semi-final, we'll see Mark Selby taking on Jamie.
One. Four.
The blue, they say, not only does it give your opponent a chance, the blue
5.
sometimes gets put safe. No one really wants that. It's
13.
his opponent, Ronnie O'Sullivan. That is a delight bunch, and leaving himself on the spare red.
21.
It's the 2013 Champion of Champions quarter-final, which O'Sullivan won 6-5.
29.
In that frame, the way I think this night has gone.
85.
Ding has never been to a home nation semi-final. This is only his second
36.
quarter-final. Back-to-back.
Only has, occasionally he hasn't entered them at all. So it's good to see him competing
44.
again. Sometimes I think breathe through the qualifiers, so it almost helped him. Here he is
52.
grinding it. The magic is in there somewhere, as we've seen.
He's been a pro. Time is very much on his side.
60.
Or is he still potential champion of the world? I don't know the answer to that. I'm enjoying watching this break.
Stone's throw from the Crucible Theatre earlier this year,
68.
only to hone his, help the younger players from China to improve their game. It really is a 5-star facility.
76.
That would certainly suggest that Ding still means business, and of course such a huge deal for snooker globally. The way he played it in the UK Championship last season suggested it still is going to be his. O'Sullivan continues to look thoroughly exasperated. He's worn that look pretty much from the get-go tonight.
'86.
You probably move the other red here, I think, pulling this one. Move it out into an open area.
94.
A bit more consistency, Ding. In a frame that, ever since O'Sullivan's bad break off, probably
96.
makes 2 centuries on the night.
Yeah, he's certainly
97.
dominating the stats wherever you look. Highest breaks.
His new way of just getting on with the game. His frame is just 7 minutes old. It's been one for
102.
quite a while. Quite this pace before. Whether he can play like that in a decider.
It's under 20 seconds a shot.
109.
Would be the favourite going into the decider. But with O'Sullivan, you just never know. Either way, it's going to be the third of our quarter-finals to go the distance.
Ding Junhui, 114.
Very different one to the two we saw earlier today. But it's going to need a 9th and deciding frame to determine who plays Li Hang for a place in the final of the Scottish Open. Who will prevail? Ding winning back-to-back frames to take us all the way. Two seconds. Going to pull something out from nowhere in this most important of frames. Well, that's a good start, firing in a long red.
Yeah, he's going to have to play safe here though.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
People just run into a place where really he couldn't do anything. I think this could be a nervy frame. Have their own issues going on.
Foul. Ding Junhui 4.
Have to be a little careful on this shot if he goes for it. Cue might heading towards the black and the couple of reds unless he plays it with pace and screw.
1. Four.
Its spot, I think it's just above it at the moment. If not, he'll have to go in there somewhere. He's got an angle on this blue to do just about whatever he wants.
Suddenly, this is looking a little bit bleak for Ding.
23.
also know that right now there could be a miss in him somewhere that you don't expect. It's been like that all week. Anything.
If anything's going to focus the mind, though, it's a
37.
chance like this. And a chance to improve on his record-breaking tally this weekend of 37, ranking
44.
expectation at the start of play that we were headed for another Trump O'Sullivan showdown. We know that's not going to happen. So Sullivan going to ultimately keep his side of the bargain.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 50.
Well, there's your answer. Not for now. Wow.
One.
There's a little bit riding on this shot as well.
Ding Junhui,
It's,
1.
it's a pity because he was on the way to making this frame very close, I think.
1.
It's hard to think that either do that or play on the loose one, left-handed, down the cushion, might be the way. It's not how he operates, is it?
And he's still...
It's
Ronnie
open
O'Sullivan,
to
6.
debate really there.
Time's running out for Ding, though.
Didn't go for that. Knocked in a few long reds, but this is the most important ball of the night for O'Sullivan.
That was the...
Too many reds on cushions here for Ding. He's to get something in play. Very favourable table for someone who's 52 points in front.
One.
And this time it goes in. So 53, 51 left.
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Bit of a roller coaster ride, isn't it?
Can't take your eyes off it, can you?
Some very good and some very bad.
And most of the very good, it has to be said, has come from Ding,
foul.
albeit
4 frame and match.
in errors as
Ronnie
well, but
O'Sullivan.
2 big centuries. But it's Ronnie O'Sullivan who looks like he's bitten his tip off again. Are we going to have tip number 4 ahead of the semi-finals? He's made